So let's take a look. I want us to look at the two extremes that he picks up in text. He discusses in the text two extremes. And I think that these two extremes, we've talked about a little bit this morning, they react to each other. They react to each other, right? And so the two extremes are rule followers, the legalists, right? Religious legalists who go back to the law, the law, the law. And if the law doesn't make it clear, then add another law, make another rule, right? We've got that group over there. And then we've also got the anything goes, deceptive philosophies, anything goes. Now, let's unpack them a little bit, okay? Both of them. Number one, legalists. Legalists, both then and now, but think now in particular. Let's bring it to today, yeah? So what we have going on is we've got the laws. We've got what Jesus had said, right? We have the things that and he says, this is what Jesus said, this is what Jesus did. And then we say, and they would have said then, Jesus, but just to be sure, let's add a few behavioral things just to be sure that we're doing it right. Yes? Do you understand? This is what the scriptures say, but you know what? We know this is hard, so we should add a few more, laws and rules, just to be sure. One night, I had a group of women at my house, and I asked the question, are you rule followers or rule breakers? And I asked every woman as we went around, rule follower, rule breaker, and people laughed, and we told stories. One woman said, I'm a rule maker. I'm like, note to self, don't hang out. Because I'm going to mess up your world. I'm going to mess up your world. And so we've got the legalists, right? Legalism is, a lot of times you'll hear things like, well, God is a God of order. Legalists like to say things like that. God is a God of order. He likes order. And we like order too. And so there's a little bit of that happening. How to become a legalist? You want to become a legalist? Listen to this. Make rules outside the Bible. Push yourself to try and keep your rules. Castigate yourself when you don't keep your rules. Beat yourself up big time. You want to be a legalist? Become proud when you do keep your rules. And you all know that some of you do this. Appoint yourself as judge over other people. You want to be a legalist? Get angry with people who break your rules or have different rules. You know what I said and prayed about, right? You can't sit down at the table. You can't sit down and look someone in the eye and be loving with them and listen and engage in the dialogue. That's a big issue. You probably are borderline or full-fledged legalist. And then here's one that I add. Make people who mess up pay. Make them pay. Now, you may do it with a smile on your face, but you're going to make them pay. You're going to make sure they know, you know what, you messed up, and you got to get it right and get on track. Those are sure signs of a legalist. And so we got that to deal with, right? We're straddling these both things, like, okay, we've got this going on over here, the legalism, and then I think I've got a cool and interesting picture. Here's something. Can you see? Can you see? See, here's what happens with legalists a lot of times, right? It's like sin is this great big dragon. And legalists are down here working so very, very hard to deal with the external behavioral things. They are working so hard, smoking, drinking, gambling. We don't swear. We don't go to R-rated movies. We're doing all these things. It's exhausting. All these behavioral. Meanwhile, look at the body of the dragon is pride, rebellion, materialism, deep-seated attitudes of fear, hate. Meanwhile, the little legalist is down here going, I'll just tackle these ones and everybody stay in order, because God is a God of order, after all.